Hello and welcome to Season 3 of the Minecraft Archive. I'm Jared3118 and this is Episode 5. And in this episode we are going to start working on the part of the tower that goes underwater. But before we get started, I was able to work out the problem with the minecart rail system. And the problem that was making the minecart go past the slope and then actually stop on the wrong part of the slope. I know I'm making zero sense here, but hang with me. Basically, if the minecart was coming down, it would go past this slope here and end up on this one right here. And then when I would press the button to launch, instead of continuing to go this way on the track, because it was on this slope here, it would go backwards, back up the track in the wrong direction. The way I fixed that was simply by adding a second powered rail on each side. And now the minecart no longer bypasses the specific slope that it is meant to stop on. So let me demonstrate. This minecart should stop at the tree farm. That is correct because I have the switch flipped up. I'm going to continue up towards the top and it will bypass all of the floors that do not have rooms. And then it stops at the top and I can press the button, which just inches me forward. I'm not sure why. Press it again. There we go. We'll have a proper minecart station at the top once this tower is finished, but for now that is just a temporary station at the top. But for this episode, I am going to want to bypass the tree farm, so I'm going to flip that switch down so that I can now travel from the bottom of the tower all the way to the top very fast. Before we get started on the part of the tower that will be underwater, I want to do 4 lava columns to help light up the inside of the tower. So I have created a lot of glass. And basically just going to pick out a corner here, get started. This will be the column of lava right here, so I'm going to simply surround this with glass. And already you can see how dark it is getting all the way up here. Alright, and then I brought some gravel to help me get down. Alright, there we go. One side of the glass column done. Let's work on the second side. Okay, and then we want to finish this one all the way up to the top there. And I will need a little platform to stand on. There we go. Get my glass back out, and I want to leave the top spot open so I can place a bucket of lava in there, close it off, and the lava will travel down the glass column. So there we go. You can see already it's lighting up this area a lot better than it was. So let me go ahead and build another gravel column to get down, and I will continue this off camera and do the other 4 sides. And I will show you what it looks like when it's all done. Be right back. Okay, I am back and I have finished all the lava columns. And as you can see, this room is much more lit up than it was before. I am, however, getting a little low on health. And I went to harvest some wheat and I didn't have any that was ready. And I realized I needed to expand the room. So I made it a little bit larger. But I am down to only 2 hunger bars left, so I am going to resort to eating this rotten flesh that I got from killing zombies. Now in beta 1.8, that would show my hunger bar as poisoned, but it really didn't have any consequences. So we're going to go ahead and test that out here in the official release 1.0. And see if it actually hurts me or not. I heard that there was an antidote. I can't remember what it was, and I don't even know if it was confirmed. But the next part of the project is going to be working up here in the water, preparing the underwater room, the underwater part of the tower. So, oh, this is interesting. So that must be like a negative effect. Okay, and there we go, it's gone. So it took my health down a little bit. Oh, no, it didn't. Sorry, my health bar was actually filling up because my hunger bar is now full. So maybe I just take like twice as much damage when I'm poisoned, something like that. Doesn't appear to have any severe consequences, but we can see my hunger bar is pretty much full now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here into the water, and hey, there's some squid. These things are nice because not only do they drop ink sacs, but they are easy experience points, and they respawn quite fast. So over there's just a few. If I kill them, they'll be back in just a few minutes. And actually, here's one coming over here. Thank you for the easy XP. And already I'm getting back up to level 5. If you remember, I lost all my experience points. So I'm glad to finally get some back, because I want to do some enchanting here in one of the next episodes. But anyways, I'm getting all sidetracked. Oh, took a little bit of damage because I ran out of breath. What I am going to do, it might be a little hard to see, I am going to lay out the floor of this room. And I'm just going to do it with dirt because I want to use a temporary material, just one that I can pick up later or replace with like glass blocks. But I want this room to not be a complete floor. I do want a hole in the middle so that I can look down and see the bottom of the tower below. And oh, by the way, the view from up here is pretty cool. This now that it's nice and lit up, you can see how much this minecart rail system curves. It looks pretty cool. And I see you down there, creeper. I will take care of you. But not right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. The next step, after I get the floor all laid out, I want to make sure it is 16 by 16 blocks. I want to build up a wall around the room. And the wall is going to be made of glass because I want to be able to see into the ocean from this room. And then after that, we are going to fill the entire room with sand so that it gets rid of the water. And then we will grab a few shovels and get rid of all the sand. But to fill that room up entirely with sand is going to take several 64 stacks of sand, unless I want to fill in part of the room, destroy the sand, pick it up, but then it's going to get messy where water is going to spill into areas that I don't want to. So it's best to just fill up the entire room with sand at once. So I'm going to sail over here to this island, and I've actually been here before. It is a kind of small desert island, but it is a nice place to get lots and lots of sand. And when I was over here before, there was actually quite a bit of mobs. Actually, there's a couple right there. So I'm going to fill up my inventory with full 64 stacks of sand. And who knows, might kill a few mobs while I'm over here too to get to level 6. Actually, let's go ahead and do that while I'm still recording before I cut to a break. Spiders are easy kills. Ooh, hey, there's some couple bones, couple arrows. Ooh, ow! Jesus, what I get for saying spiders are easy to kill. And there we go, level 6. And awesome. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab these 2 bones and 2 arrows. And I'm going to get to digging a lot of sand. I'll be right back. Alright, I have not harvested any sand, but I just got into a hilarious battle with a creeper, and I found out a very funny way to kill creepers in the desert. So what you will need is 1 creeper and 1 cactus. So I'm going to try to lure a creeper over here, and see if we can get this one right here. Okay, so we got his attention. What you're going to do is you're going to run towards a cactus, and you're going to simply hide behind it. These creepers, they are not very intelligent creatures. And you're just going to stand like so, and you're going to strafe left and right, and the creeper will stare at you dead in the eyes and kill himself against the edge of the cactus. So I'm sure all mobs are this stupid. Let's see if this works on the zombie. Now, it wouldn't work so well on a skeleton because they will simply shoot over the cactus. Now, if you got a tall enough cactus, that might work. There we go. Strafe left, strafe right. Cornered over there. It's not really cornered. He's free to go around it, but he has no idea that all he has to do is step one block to the left or to the right, and he's free of the cactus. So anyways, I wanted to show you that. I kind of thought that was a funny way to kill mobs in the desert. You don't even need a sword. So, alright, sun is rising, and I'm going to harvest some sand. Be right back. Okay, I am back. I have finished laying out the 16 by 16 dirt block floor for the underwater part of the tower. And the next thing I am going to do is take some smooth stone and build up the pillars for the corners. And I'm going to do this all the way up to the surface. And I need to be careful because I am running dangerously low on life. There we go. So this will be one corner of the tower. And I'm actually going to put a torch up there so we can see a little bit better up here. And I'm going to dive down to where the second pillar should go. Alright, and then I'm going to just do the same thing for the other two columns. Okay, so I have my 16 by 16 tower marked out with these 4 columns with a torch on the top. And now is where the real fun begins. Time to build the glass walls for the underwater part of the tower. And I'm just going to do this the exact same way I did the pillars. And there are a couple pockets of water right there. And it might be very hard for you guys to see underwater, so I apologize in advance for that. But there are a couple pockets of water down here that are not water source blocks because I had to dig out the side of that mountain a little bit. And there we go, there's another one. And it really slows you down, and it gets a little scary, like you might run out of breath before you get to the surface. So, yeah, I'm just going to continue to do this all the way around. As you can see, it's a time-consuming process, especially when you get stuck in these non-water source block areas. There we go, speeding up a little bit. 2 breaths left. Close. Alright, so I'm going to do this all the way around, and then we will fill in this room with sand. I will be right back. Hey guys, I am back, and I am nearly finished collecting enough sand to fill up the underwater part of the tower, but I just wanted to show you guys real quick how much of this desert I have flattened out. This is all I've been simply doing, is just walking in a straight line and collecting all the sand that is above sea level, and I have flattened out this entire area right here. And I think my estimate is I collected about 3,500 pieces of sand, which is roughly an entire chest full of 64 stacks of sand. So I've got my boat over here. Let's head back to the underwater tower. And you will see that I finished the glass wall going all the way around the tower. It looks pretty sweet. And now all we are going to have to do is take all the sand we collected and fill in the entire area. And that's the hard part. Clearing it out is actually going to be very easy. I will show you how to collect all 3,500 pieces of sand with just a torch is actually all it's going to take. So there we go. You can see the finished glass walls. And it's going to be a pretty good sized tower. I mean, this thing's going to go all the way up to the clouds. If you look at that mountain range there, it's going to be even taller than that mountain range. So yeah, it's going to look pretty awesome. And this much of the tower is going to be underwater, and yeah, that looks pretty cool. Right now it looks like a big aquarium, but it's all about to be filled in with all the sand I have collected. And as you can tell also, I am starving right now. I've only got half a heart. My hunger bar is completely empty. I am waiting for some wheat to grow down here and collect enough to fill up my hunger bar so it'll actually regenerate my health. I have got to probably double the size of this wheat farm, and I don't know why, but monsters keep spawning down here, and I feel like it's pretty well lit. But let me deal with the zombie real quick. Sounds like there may be more than one in here. Oh, I think I stepped on my crops there. Yeah, is there one around this? Yeah, haha, I could hear you, zombie. If you had kept quiet, you probably would have been able to kill me. And I'm just going to kill you with my shovel here, because my sword is in my chest. And man, it sounds like there's another one in here. Alright, I need to be careful. Okay, so this is my sand chest here. And as you can tell, it is now completely full. And actually, I think I needed 2 64 stacks outside of the large chest. But that's okay, I've got 50 here. And as a substitute, we will use this gravel to work just like sand, no problem at all. But let me get my diamond sword back. And we don't need any of that. And actually, let's eat some bread and some rotten flesh. Yummy. And that should be enough to fill up our hunger bar. Alright, there we go. So our health should start to regenerate. And I have this hunger thing for 14 more seconds. Still not entirely sure what that is. But let's start grabbing sand and actually... Ooh, didn't mean to do that. That's okay. This will turn night into day. As you can see, I now have a bed. You might be wondering, how did I make a bed if I haven't been killing sheep and I don't have any shears? I had 12 pieces of string, which I turned into blocks of wool, and then made a bed. So, actually, I really don't need the sword. Let's put that in the chest, too. And let's fill our inventory with sand. Lots and lots of sand. The nice thing about all this sand is, yeah, I'm going to use it for the underwater part of the tower. But after I collect it all, after I no longer need it, I will have lots and lots of sand to turn into glass. So in this season, I should have no shortage of glass for quite some time. And I keep forgetting to take my minecart rail up and down. I'm so used to using the stairs and climbing up and down the ladder. I've completely forgotten I have a nice little minecart rail system. Alright, so this is going to take a while, and I'm only going to show a little part of it on camera. But what I'm going to simply do is climb on top of the glass wall and hold in the right click button and just fill this entire thing with sand. So there's one column. And there's 2. So as you can see, it's going to be a time-consuming process, but this sand is destroying the water, and once it's completely filled with sand, there will be no water inside of this area. So once this is finished, I will show you the next step. Be right back. Alright, I am back, and I am nearing completion. Filling this entire underwater part of the tower with sand, and I don't think I ever want to see sand again after this is done. Oh my goodness, that took forever, but as you can see, it is complete. And now for the fun part. We're going to go down here, and like I said, all we are going to need is one torch to pick up all the sand. You're going to destroy a block. And as it is destroyed, you're going to try to place a torch in there like that. And there we go. As you can see, it destroys the entire column. And I'm just going to do that over and over again until it is completely cleared. So I will show you what it looks like once it is all done. Be right back. Alright, I just have one last row of sand to collect. This is kind of fun to do, getting a little fast at it after doing it for a while. The fun part is collecting all the sand once it has fallen. Where's those torches at? I just need a couple more torches. And there we go. Ta-da! We have ourselves the underwater part of the tower all finished. And now, to break the ground below and look into the rest of the tower. And there you go. You can see this is going to be a pretty awesome view from above and from below. So I'm going to finish cleaning this up off camera, and I will show you what it looks like when it's all done, and then it'll be the end of the episode. Be right back. Okay, all the dirt, all the sand, and all the stone has been cleared away, and this is the view that we have right now from the top of the tower, right at sea level. And these walls look pretty cool, man. And in real life, I am pretty sure that glass would collapse under the pressure of the ocean, and that water would just pour in, filling up the tower. But hey, this is Minecraft, not real life. So I am really happy with how this has turned out. I have decided that I will more than likely redo the winding staircase so that the minecart rail system can wind with it along its edge a little better than it is now. I don't like how there are so many curves when you ride it. You feel like you're going to have a seizure because it's just too many twists and turns. So I am going to have to redo the winding staircase, but that's no big deal. The only thing it's really going to affect is the tree farm room. That doorway will probably move up or down, meaning I will have to make a new tree farm room, but no big deal. That's not that hard to redo. As you can see, it's not that big. But let me show you the view from down here. Ah, yes. And it was a little hazy before, but now that the sunlight is coming through, we have got a nice view from down here, and I cannot wait to finish the top part of the pyramid and see what the view looks like from down here, looking all the way up to the top of the tower. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait. So, thank you guys for watching the episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you later.